Hey folks, John here. Thank you for tuning in and welcome back once again to This World, My Take, where the headlines meets real life. It's always an honor to have you stop by and check out what we have to say. And I will beg of you before we get started, please do think about being part of the channel. Hit that subscribe button and share so that we can grow gradually. Let's not waste a whole lot of time. So ladies and gentlemen, if you've been following the news, especially news coming out of Texas, you would know that there is a flood that is ravaging and that has ravaged a whole lot of communities and families in Texas. We have over 100 people unalived, and we have a whole lot of people missing, and we have our neighbors from Mexico coming in to help us, and we have an administration and a system put in place in Texas that has let down the people in Texas and as such resulted to the death of 100 plus Texans. Now I will say this, in every mature government, in every responsible government, people in place of making laws and decisions for a group of people or for a state or a city, they accept responsibility and they take accountability seriously. It becomes a problem when you have a leader of a state, a governor of a state, who when asked who is to blame about the flood and the recent catastrophic situation that just unfolded in Texas, this man flips the scripts and starts talking about things that do not even count. It begs the question, is this man for real? Does he realize that people have died? Is he sure that he understands the magnitude of what just took place in his own state? I'm not going to talk a whole lot. I just want us to watch this video of a reporter asking a question to the governor of Texas, Governor Abbott. And I want you to pay attention and listen to his response, and then we'll talk about it. Watch this.
Who is to blame here, Governor?
You ask, I'm going to use your words. Who's to blame? Know this. That's the word choice of losers. Let me explain one thing about Texas. And that is, Texas, every square inch of our state cares about football. You could be in Hunt, Texas, Huntsville, Texas, Houston, Texas, any size community, they care about football. Every football team makes mistakes. The losing teams are the ones that try to point out who's to blame. The championship teams are the ones that say, don't worry about it, man. We got this. We're going to make sure that we go score again, that we're going to win this game. The way winners talk is not to point fingers. They talk about solutions. What Texas is all about is solutions.
Well, folks, that was the governor of Texas, Governor Abbott. I would say this. It seems as if one of the requirements of being associated with the Republican Party is shifting blames. Like when you get into a position and you are under the Republican Party, I don't know if there's an indoctrination that they tell you, you know what? Whatever happens, just do like Shaggy and say it wasn't you. Shift the blame, or you change the subject and focus on another thing that has nothing to do with the original question. Now, this is a governor that has been in Texas. This is a governor that rejected help from the Biden administration of fundings to help them with this whole national weather services. He rejected it just because they did not want to come up with part of the money. Now, I understand that the Biden administration gave this state some money and they denied it just because they were not willing to work and cooperate with the Biden administration. And this man has been caught in several occasions, talking shit about the Biden administration. And then now he gets hit with this natural disaster, which if he had accepted the help from the Biden administration, all the 100 plus people who have died could have been alive today. And then this journalist is asking this man, who is to blame for this flood? As the premier of Texas, as the governor of Texas, we thought that this man would be like, I am to blame, take the responsibility, and then promise the people that they are going to do everything in their power to ensure that they recover the corpse or the missing people of this flood, and they see how they can work forward to help all the people that have lost properties. But no, this man has the Republican DNA. Now, I'm not saying every Republican official is corrupted or bad, but majority of you guys are. And the worst part of you guys are those that are into the MAGA mindset ideology. So this man shifts this reporter's question: who is to blame? He says who is to blame is what losers do. And he brings some kind of mumbo jumbo, trying to compare a whole flood with football. Mr. Governor, I don't get it. I don't know why this man is still in office anyway. I think we are at a stage where any person that is not actually doing what they were voted into office to do, they should be impeached or they should be voted out with the next immediate election cycle. How do you compare a flood to football? Yes, Texas is known for football. Yes, Texas is known for having some of the best football tradition in teams and universities. But how does a flood and taking responsibility for your lapses as a governor of a state who allowed this natural disaster to occur, and you did not advise people, and the previous administration gave you a chance to fund you, but you denied it just because you didn't want to sound like or feel like you are cooperating with the opposite party? I would say this: for somebody who is out of touch with reality, these are the kinds of responses that they would give to reporters. For somebody who doesn't really understand, for somebody that is overwhelmed by his failure and lapses of his administration, these are the kinds of results and response that you would get. How can this man, in all honesty, try to compare the situation of floods to football? What has football got to do with people losing their lives? I hope that there is a class action after all of these things to sue the state of this governor. They should sue them and ask for some kind of payment for all the lives. I know that there's no amount of money that can bring back a dead person, but they should sue them for real, because this is really an abuse and a gross misinterpretation of the realities of the poor Texan people. I will leave this vlog by saying this. Please, I want you to leave me a comment and let me know exactly. Do you think it is appropriate for this man to sit here and talk about football when people are trying to know exactly what happened and how all this, which could have been prevented, took place under the very eyes of this man's watch? That is my time, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? This world is complicated, and we are going to keep talking about it. Stay blessed, and do not forget to hit the subscribe button.